Barça! Barça! Barça!
Hello, coolers. Welcome back to Viva Barça, the home of everything Barcelona, where we are going to be discussing the latest on FC Barcelona as usual. We start with this report claiming that Barcelona entered talks to sign 24-year-old midfielder Ruben Neves, who plays for Wolverhampton Wanderers, and they are claiming that Manchester United are also showing interest. We are going to be discussing much on that as we move ahead. Then, secondly, talking about Riqui Puig, it has been reported that Barcelona and Xavi count on the La Masia graduate despite strong competition in midfield. We are going to be discussing much on that as well. So guys, as we get right into it, please make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Give the video a like and make sure to watch the video right up to the very end.
Barça! Barça! Barça!
Barcelona have been in search to find the perfect replacement for Sergio Busquets for several years now. Players through the academy have come and failed to push the Spaniard out, while the club have been unable to get a competent player in a similar position. Their search has reached the Premier League as a report relayed by Metro claims that Barcelona have entered negotiations with Wolverhampton Wanderers over a summer move for Ruben Neves. Soon 25, the Portuguese midfielder has been touted with a big move for a year running. He's put in some exceptional performances in defensive midfield this season, which have seen his name linked with Manchester United as well. Barcelona do, however, have the edge over the English counterparts, given their good relationship with Wolves. After trading Nelson Semedo for €30 million, the two clubs have also dealt with loan move for Francisco Trincajo and Adama Traoré. Further, Neves' agent Jorge Mendes also manages Ansu Fati and is said to be in good terms with Barcelona board. He was also responsible for pushing Traoré back to the Camp Nou in the winter, despite strong links with Tottenham Hotspur. Ruben Neves has scored 3 goals and assisted 1 this season, playing in that deep midfield role. He will have 2 years left on his contract by the time the 2021-22 season ends and could cost a price north of €40 million in the summer. I very much wonder if Barcelona could meet that price tag, €40 million. It will be so difficult to see Barca in this current stage shelling out such an amount, for that DM. Talking about the DM role, by the way, we have been getting a lot of reports about Frank Kessié, and coming across this report, it kind of surprised me because Frank Kessié, Fabrizio Romano himself have been talking about how the possibility of Barca landing Frank Kessié is really high, who can play that DM role. And now we're getting the reports of Ruben Neves of Wolverhampton Wanderers, who can also play DM role. And the truth is, it is very unlikely Barca succeed with Ruben Neves, especially he's still having a long-term contract with Wolves, which will make it really, really hard for Barca, to acquire him, because looking at the price tag of €40 million, it will not be easy for Barca to meet such. And why would Barca even go for such when Frank Kessié is a free agent and Barca knowing fully well that they can acquire him easily than the other competitors for him? Except Barca are not too confident in acquiring Frank Kessié, then one could understand that going for Ruben Neves is something that, it still makes sense. So let's just see how things unfold in the summer. Let's see what Barca decides regarding this. Because from the look of things, Barca really want a midfielder who can play that DM role and compete with Sergio Busquets. And it kind of funnies me sometimes because we have Frankie de Jong, who by his trade, ever since his Ajax days, played a DM role, but Barca have never trusted that position, playing Frankie de Jong there. Nico Gonzalez also can play that role, but Barca don't care. They want to go for a DM, and from the look of things, a person with high physical strength and somebody who brings something different, not really the Barca style like Nico and Frankie de Jong. So it will be interesting to see who Barcelona ends up bringing. Will it be Frank Kessié, who will be a free agent in the summer, or will it be Ruben Neves? If Barca will be able to shell out such a hefty amount of 40 million. Ruben Neves is a very good player. For those who have been watching the Premier League, he's a player that I can say can contribute to the team as well. But of course, paying that money and acquiring him will be really, really difficult for Barcelona. So anything is still possible. We just have to see how events unfold. Then on to the next story of discussion. Despite providing fewer minutes than many of his compatriots, young midfielder Riqui Puig remains in the good graces of Xavi, who is said to have been impressed with the 22-year-old's commitment. According to Spanish news outlet Sport, Xavi has encouraged the young midfielder to not lose hope despite the strong competition he faces from the likes of Pedri, Gavi and Nico in the first team. Hence, in order to elevate his status, his only focus is to keep working and give everything during each training session. The 22-year-old has also attended the voluntary sessions that have left a positive mark on Xavi, who has assured Riqui Puig that regardless of the competition, he is counting on him. The key for Riqui Puig is patience, but the volatility of the transfer market means all that can change in a week or even in a day. For that matter, Napoli, who were knocked out by Barcelona in the Europa League, are said to be showing an interest. The publication further claims that the Serie A club is not interested in a loan move, and since his contract expires in 2023, a fee somewhere around 10 million euros would be offered to Barca. It remains to be seen whether Barcelona will in fact sanction a move, but if they do, it's improbable that Riqui Puig will depart on a permanent basis. Instead, Barcelona boss Xavi would want Riqui Puig to get regular minutes while on loan and return with enough substance so that he could challenge the settled first team members. Since making his debut back in 2019, the midfielder has seen as many as 4 managerial changes and his role has varied under each one of them. After bursting onto the scenes under Ernesto Valverde, Riqui Puig's role grew when Quique Setien took over. All that, however, changed when Ronald Koeman arrived, and the picture under Xavi Hernandez is pretty much straightforward. But now that he has been advised to wait, it will be interesting to see whether the midfielder will push for a move in the summer or not. If I were in Riqui Puig's shoe right now, I could have been in a state of dilemma. I could have been confused. What's going on? Riqui Puig have barely played the game, which is really unfortunate for him. And manager Xavi Hernandez now telling him, I still count on you. And the transfer rumor we've been getting, Napoli showing interest, AS Roma showing interest. What should Riqui Puig do? It's really tough. And I would say, as much as I'm a big fan of Riqui Puig, the reality was like, go on loan, get that experience. You are 23 years old. You don't need to kill your talent on the bench. Go and play. Prove the board that you can play and you'll be brought back. But now that we're getting Xavi, Barcelona still showing interest or like they're still counting on him, it kind of make things really funny enough because as it stands, we all know that Riqui Puig cannot climb the pecking order of things. He cannot, overtake Pedri. He cannot overtake Pablo Gavi, Frankie de Jong. Impossible. Impossible because we barely see him play. We don't know his abilities anymore. It's been a tough time for him, really. So I think still yet, despite everything, he needs to go on loan. He needs to play regular football somewhere, which I think it will be a win-win for both him and the club. So callers, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Hope you did enjoy the video and also hope you did subscribe. If you haven't, please make sure to do so you always stay up to date with the latest on FC Barcelona here on Viva Barça. Until next time, bye-bye.